co-host Canada with a 3-0 win for them. Although they are missing their main striker, Ismail Saibari, who's out with a hamstring injury. Just the one change for Didier Deschamps' Les Bleus. Désiré Doué comes in for Bradley Barcola. 2 changes for Morocco. Salah Eddine and Talbi come in for Saibari and Halal. France ranked currently 3rd on the FIFA rankings, Morocco 7th. Facundo Tello is our referee, the Argentinian. And the two sides now just going through the formalities, the national anthems. It is a sea of colour here in the bright sunshine in Massachusetts, of red and green, and of course the French colours of red, white and blue. So I'll take you through the two sides. France, first of all. Both teams, by the way, we feel line up with a 4-2-3-1 formation. Just the one change for Didier Deschamps. So in goal is Mike Maignan, a back four of Jules Koundé, Deo Upamecano, William Saliba and Luca Dean. The holding two are Manu Kone and Adrien Rabiot. And in front of them, Ousmane Dembélé, Michael Olise and Désiré Doué. And the captain, Kylian Mbappe, who's scoring for fun, is up top. On the bench for France, Bryce Samba and Robin Riss are the two keepers. Malo Gusto, Aurélien Tchouameni, Marcus Thuram, Bradley Barcola, N'Golo Kante, Ibrahima Konaté, Warren Zaïre-Emery, Theo Hernandez, Lucas Hernandez, Jean-Philippe Mateta, Rayan Cherki, Magnez Alikouche and Maxence Lacroix. What a bench that is. So for Morocco, who of course were the semi-finalists last time in this competition and were beaten by France in that semi-final, Mohamed Ouabi goes with a 4-2-3-1. In goal is Yassine Bounou, a back four of the captain Ashraf Hakimi, Issa Diop, Nouassir Mazraoui and Anas Salah Eddine. The holding two, Ayoub Bouadi and Neil El Ayanoui. And then in front of them, Chemsdine Talbi, Azzedine Ounahi, Bilal El Khanous and Brahim Diaz of Real Madrid leads the line. On the bench for Morocco, the two keepers, Munir Mohamedi and Ahmed Tanganoui, Sofran Ambiat, Marwan Sadane, Soufiane Rahimi. Sabari is on the bench but he won't play, he's injured. Zakari El-Ouadi, Samir Al-Aramadet, Jessim Yassin, Ami Sabai, Chadi Riyad, Yusuf Balmari, Ayub El-Kabi, Ayub Amiouni and Redouane Halhal. Those are the two sides. Pardon my pronunciations. The referees all in black this afternoon, meeting the two captains in the middle. France all in white with the gold trim. So Kylian Mbappe in the middle with his pennant, just waiting for the Moroccan captain. The young lady comes onto the pitch to shake hands. The VAR official is Hernan Mastrangelo of Argentina. And we are ready. Well, what a game this could be. Packed house here. Beautiful afternoon here in Boston, Massachusetts. Glorious stadium. But it is a very warm afternoon. But I'm sure the players are used to this now, having been here for some time. So this is the first quarter-final of this year's tournament. And it promises to be a cracker. Morocco really are an emerging force in world football, having got to the semi-final stage last time out. They'll hope to get there again, but France stand in their way as they did in the semi-final back in Qatar. But the fact is, if France play to their potential, you just can't see past them. But we'll see. I'm sure Morocco won't employ the low block and pretty dirty tactics that Paraguay employed in the last time out. But they are missing their talisman Saibari up front. And, well, it might be Talbi up front now and Diaz just behind. So Didier Deschamps shakes hands with the referee. Of course, he lost his mother only a few days ago last week, so it's been a bittersweet time here in the United States, Canada and Mexico for the French coach. This is his last competition, of course. This could potentially be his last ever match in charge of the French national side, who now get in a huddle all white strip for France with sort of salmon pink it is actually, sort of numbers. Morocco in their traditional red shirts, trimmed with lime green. And we are just about now getting ready for kick-off here at the Foxborough Stadium. It is absolutely packed to the rafters. And they anticipate here a real classic. Let's hope so. Morocco are playing from left to right in this first half. They've got the red shirts, the green shorts and the red socks. And Morocco will have kick-off here in the bright sunshine in Boston, Massachusetts. And the referee, Facundo Tello, gets us underway, and it's one of those long punts downfield and out for a throw-in in order to try and pin France back down in their own half, and it will be a throw for the French. Just ushered back to where it went out. Throw-in from Lucadinha across the edge of the 18-yard area to Upamecano. Now Koundé, this is Dembélé. Couldn't really get going against Paraguay. They stifled him. The former Barcelona and current PSG winger. Ball comes back to Maignan. His heavy press comes in on him there, all in bright yellow. The AC Milan goalkeeper. And Upamecano's clearance downfield is blocked, and it will go out for a throw-in for France over on the far side, which Barcelona's Jules Koundé will take. Long looping throw upfield, headed into centre field by Morocco, but France win the ball back. This is Manu Kone breaking downfield, and he's been scythed down. So the first free kick of the afternoon, it was a foul by AS Roma's Neil El Ayanoui on his teammate, actually, Manu Kone. They both play for Roma in Serie A. Free kick taken quickly. France don't hang about. They do like to get on with things. This is William Saliba of Arsenal. Now Lucadinha. Back to Saliba. Both teams just feeling each other out in these early stages. France dominating possession at the moment. Ball into centre field, but that's intercepted by Awa Bouadi of Lille. A lot of top clubs eyeing the young defensive midfielder. Now Morocco have it on this near side with El Kanous. And he comes back to the captain Hakimi. And he rolls it all the way back to Fulham's Issa Diop. First touch of the ball for Yassine Bounou. All in lime green, the Al Hilal goalkeeper. Launches the ball down that left-hand side, but Koundé wins it back for France. Now Saliba has it. Now Rabiot inside the centre circle. Cagey start to this game. So much riding on it for both teams. Can Morocco get to the semi-finals again? Can Morocco carry the flag for Africa and be the first African nation to lift this global and most prestigious tournament? It's never happened before, but you cannot write them off. They've been excellent. Now this is Upamecano. Now Saliba on the halfway line. This is Adrien Rabiot of Juventus. Sorry, AC Milan, my bad. He used to be of Juventus. Now then, first touch of the ball for Kylian Mbappe. Such fast feet. Gets the ball out wide to Dembélé on that far right-hand side. He has it on the side of the penalty area. Tries to feed the ball in for Elise. It's cleared away, but France get the ball back. This is Digne on this near side. Out to the near touchline here. And France have it. Cut back inside. Here's Mbappe. Gets a shot in! Just past the left-hand post. I think it took a little touch off the glove of Yassine Bounou, so it will be a corner for France. Just bounced. I don't think it was going in. Might have grazed the post. France take the corner super quick. Now Dembélé, having had it back off, and then he whips it into the back post. Header comes in. He's blocked on the line by the keeper. Early chance there for France at the back post. It's hammered downfield. They have to chase it back. Maignan gathers it in with his feet on the edge of his box, and it's back to, well, some sense of normality. We'll come back to that moment, but Morocco there almost undone. Well, the referee, I thought he'd blown up there. No. This is Michael Olise over on that far side. There's been some conjecture he might miss the next game. Now that ball was whipped into the back post there. Header came in. I think it was Upamecano, edge of the 6-yard box. Headed it into the ground and parried away. Now Mbappe has it. Gets round his man, gets to the bar end, but the touch is too strong and goes out for a goal kick. He grimaces. He's right up there for the golden boot, along with the other goats of the tournament, Lionel Messi, Erling Haaland. But the header from Upamecano was into the ground and straight at Bounou, but it was a good reaction save from the Moroccan keeper. 5 minutes gone here at the Boston Stadium. Just to remind you that this is an independent studio-based off-tube commentary of this quarter-final. And of course you can follow this match on your local, regional and national TV broadcaster. I'm Joe Mills, thank you for your company. It is a goal kick for Morocco. 5.5 minutes gone. It's taken short to the edge of the 6-yard box. Now Anas Salah Eddine, another AS Roma player, long ball downfield, but France return it back to the edge of the area, and it's headed down by Salah Eddine to the feet of Bounou. And Morocco have it on the edge of their own penalty area. Out to the captain Hakimi on this near side. One of a few PSG players out there this afternoon. Ball goes out for a Morocco throw on this near side, which Hakimi will come across to take. Takes it quickly, hammered up to the halfway line, but Saliba will gather that in for France. Rabiot with a flick-on header downfield. Morocco then play the ball infield. And now they have it in the centre of the pitch here with El Kanous of Stuttgart in the Bundesliga. And now El Ayanoui out to that far left-hand side. And Morocco now just enjoying having a bit of possession. They've not had much of it in this opening almost 7 minutes here in Boston. This is Mazraoui, the Manchester United man. Now Diop to Brahim Diaz, who's dropped deep on this near side. Back to Diop. And now Mazraoui, not normally a centre-half when he's for United, normally plays as a full-back. But they have, of course, made that change, Morocco, to their back line, with Halal dropping to the bench. Now they have it in centre field. This is Bouadi. Fine mane of hair as a lone red balloon wafts across the middle of the pitch. Bouadi tries to stamp on it to get rid of it, but he misses it. Now this is Diop. Back to Mazraoui, still inside their own half. Then Diop tries to play it down the right flank. Headed away by Digne, and then the ball breaks for France now. Michael Olise, that's a good ball. Now then, down this right channel, Rabiot. Now then, on this near side, Désiré Doué, but he's lost the ball there, dispossessed, and then is that a foul against Morocco? Yes, it is. Brahim Diaz brought down by Désiré Doué on this near side. He just caught him from behind there. Taken quickly. This is Mazraoui. And now El Ayanoui. Cagey start this. Best chance coming for France from that short corner, with Upamecano's header into the ground. But apart from that, both teams enjoying pretty much equal possession. That's a good ball though, chipped down the right flank, but it's just going to run out of play there for Hakimi. Shepherded out by Saliba for the France goal kick. Gianni Infantini in the crowd, of course, gets to try and gets the most games, the FIFA president. Now, Upamecano brings it forward. Comes out to Dembele on that far right-hand side. Tries to feed the ball infield to find Mbappe, but he only finds a red shirt. But Bouhaddi's dispossessed. Now Mbappe has it. Edge of the box. Across to Doué. Gets it onto his right foot. Tries a shot, but it's blocked by Diop. And it springs off the Fulham man's shins and out for a throw-in on this near side. Taken quickly by Aston Villa's Luca Digne. Now Rabiot. Every France outfield man inside the Morocco half right now. But they've lost possession here. Here's Bouhaddi. Just shy of the halfway line. Just dinks the ball back to the feet of Hakimi. Now Morocco have it with Azzedine Ounahi. Plays his football for Girona in La Liga, and then it comes all the way back to Yassine Bounou. Doesn't go long, plays a short ball to Bouhaddi, and he rolls it back to Diop. So a bit of confident play from the Moroccans in and around their own penalty area. They're not afraid to knock it around, but Bounou goes long this time. But it's header won by Digne, played downfield, but it's a bit of head tennis now, either side of the halfway line. Mbappe has to leave that ball downfield because he was offside, lets it roll through to Diop. Now Bouhaddi has it again for Morocco. Now Hakimi looking to break forward but returns it to Ounahi. Now Bouhaddi, Ounahi again on this near side, chips it down the right flank again, looking for Hakimi, but Saliba was across quickly to head that to Digne. But now they've lost it, France, inside their own half, but there was a ball played out to that far left-hand side. They've managed to keep it in. Talbi, but he's had the ball pinched off him. A Morocco player went down in back play. I'm not sure who it was who played that ball out to the left, but he got caught from behind. And now Michael Olise will bring it forward. Now Kone on the halfway line. Now out to Ousmane Dembele, hugging that white line on the side. Played down that right channel. This is Olise teasing, testing side of the penalty area. Back it comes to Koundé. Now Upamecano squares it across. This is Saliba. His crossfield ball is intercepted by Ounahi, and now Morocco will look to break downfield. They need support here. Well, the tackle comes in from behind from Kone. The referee says that's fine. And France are back up to the halfway line. He stayed down. I think it was Diaz who was breaking forward. Just a little hint there of Morocco on the counter. Now, ball played down that right channel. Mbappe's got into the penalty area here on the right-hand side. Gets it to the byline. Feeds it, well, tries to feed it to the edge of the area. Takes a deflection. But it comes to Digne. Now Kone fed into the far side of the penalty area again. Now Olise on that far right-hand side, edge of the penalty area. This is Mbappe. Squares it across. Rabiot. Now on this near side, Doué knocks it back to Rabiot. Still on the edge of the penalty area. Now Digne on this near side. Whips the ball in. Headed away with authority by Mazraoui. And Upamecano will gather it just inside the Morocco half. Again, all the French players inside the Moroccan half at the moment. Dominating possession here. Kone. Saliba. Now Rabiot. Halfway inside the Moroccan half in centre field. They're just knocking it around. Olise. Was he caught from behind there? Yes, he was. So it will be a free kick. Foul coming in there from Neil El Ayanoui on the Bayern Munich man. He claims he got the ball, but he didn't. Almost did, but not quite enough. So it will be a free kick to France, about 35 yards out, just to the left of the goal. First set-piece opportunity for the French. Olise whips it into the area, but it's headed away. Only comes back out to Kone. Now Olise once more. Now Luca Digne on this near side. Out to the touchline. This is Désiré Doué. Ball comes in across to the edge of the area to Mbappe. He tried to square it across, but it was blocked Morocco win the ball back, send it back to Bounou, the keeper. Ooh, he just played the ball out to the edge of the area in the nick of time there, because Dembele was breathing right down his neck. Well, he's actually in front of him, so he couldn't breathe down his neck, but you get what I mean. Now then, Hakimi plays the ball up to halfway. A little bit of space for Morocco on this near side. This is Diaz. Oh, and a foul there by Digne. The referee says plays an advantage, but now he's going to bring it back for the foul there by Luca Digne on, I think it was Boadi. No, it was Unahi. It was a neat flick round the corner from Azzedine Unahi, and Digne, he left a boot in there, caught him on the ankle. Painful. So a free kick to Morocco. 15 minutes gone on this near side. And just to remind you, you are listening to an independent, studio-based off-tube commentary of this quarter-final between France and Morocco, and you can follow the match on your local, regional or national TV broadcaster. I'm Joe Mills, thank you for your company. It's a free kick to Morocco, about 5 yards in from touch. Whipped in, oh, that's far too strong. Too many Weetabix for that man for his breakfast this morning. And that's gone flying over the bar and out for a goal kick. I think it was Hakimi. That was very disappointing. A sea of colour in the Boston Stadium, the drums beating. A sea of red and green behind that goal. Goal kick taken short by France. Upamecano, now Koundé over on that far side, back to Upamecano. He plays the ball up to the halfway line. Dembele's infield header. It's won by Elise. This is Digne. Now, this is Kylian Mbappe. Goes on a marauding run down this left-hand side. Wins his team a throw-in. Morocco dispute it. And the referee agrees. Mbappe doesn't. It was the challenge from Belal Al-Khanous. Well, it's one of those that was a 50-50. Anyway, Morocco have lost possession of the ball inside their own half. This is Rabiot. Now Manu Kone, edge of the centre circle, inside the Moroccan half. This is Upamecano. 17 minutes gone, still 0-0. Morocco yet to warm the gloves of Mike Maignan. Best chance coming for France, that back post header from a short corner by Upamecano. But apart from that, it's been pretty cagey stuff. Not much between these two sides, and it will be a tense and tight affair, you would imagine. Now, this is Digne on this near side, infield to Doué. Back to Rabiot. France knocking it around calmly and efficiently. Upamecano inside the centre circle again. Every French player, bar the keeper, inside the Moroccan half. Now then, out to Michael Elise, who's peeled out to that far side. Brings it infield. Now then, good ball, finds Mbappe. Out to this near side, edge of the area. Doué whips it on to his right foot. Ball comes in and header. Well, it's gone across the face of the goal from Dembele over on that far side. It's a decent cross from Doué, whipped it in on his right foot. Dembele's header across the face of the goal. It was well wide of that far left-hand post in the end. And I'm not saying it's similar to the Paraguay game, but at the moment France are finding it difficult to break Morocco down. But Morocco certainly not as negative as Paraguay. Obviously they'll be looking to get forward as well. They have the talent to do it, whereas Paraguay clearly did not. Hakimi with the throw. Down this near side, Digne wins the header. Ball, well, the referee's blown up for something here. Handball. Free kick taken quickly. Upamecano. Now Rabiot. Halfway inside the Moroccan half. Short pass to Mbappe, who's dropped deep. Now out to Dembele, over on this far side, brings it in on his right foot, edge of the area, tries a shot, but it's blocked. But it falls kindly for Upamecano. Now Manu Kone. Michael Elise over on that far side. Seems like the interchangeable Elise and Dembele over on that far right-hand flank. This is Saliba, halfway inside the Moroccan half again. The men in the red shirts in their low block, the defensive pattern, they're not pressing the ball. They're saying to France, come on, try and break us down. Dembele now, over on the far side, plays the ball round the back. Kone tries to get the cross in. It's blocked by Mazraoui, and it's the first corner on that other side of the field for France. They've already had one on the near side. First corner over on this far side. There's a huge gap behind the goal, between the stands, the terracing here in Boston. It's like a massive tunnel behind the goal. I'm assuming that's maybe where they bring in a pitch, maybe. Ball whipped in from a short corner, it's headed over the bar. I don't know if the NFL team here play on a synthetic surface, but can't imagine why there'd be such a huge gap in the stand behind the goal, if not to bring in a pitch. Anyway, Morocco tried to play it out from the back and have carelessly given the ball away. If you're going to try and do that, I always say it's dangerous. You've got to be, sure of yourself. This is Rabiot. I know a lot of teams try and do it, but you've got to have the skill to do it. It depends who you're playing against. And France, obviously, arguably, the best team in the world right now. Digne chips it down this left-hand side. Rabiot gathers it in with his back to goal at the side of the penalty area. Elise, that's a pretty ropey ball over to that far side. It's far too much on that, and then it flies out for a goal kick. It's not got going, France, really. They did toil against Paraguay, and with all the talent they have on the field, they're just not really being overly creative at the moment. I have to say, with this final 8, and I agree with what many have said, any of them can win it. It's very open. No team has really sort of pulled up any trees in terms of consistently being brilliant. It's been a little bit stop-start, even the best teams in the world, Argentina were only 12 minutes away from going out to Egypt. England have been very hit and miss. So have Spain. France have probably been the most consistent side, but they've not exactly, particularly against Paraguay, they really did struggle in that game to break them down, and it's proving to be the case here as well. But here's Elise now. Gets the ball back, has it edge of the centre circle, gets it out to Dembele. And Salah Adine sort of went too early there, but he's backtracked and won the ball back off Dembele. 22.5 minutes gone. Ball played down this left side now. Now they're trying to get him round the back of Upamecano there. That was Chemsdean Talbi of Sunderland. But he loses out. Ball played back in field, and Elise will bring it forward for France. But Mbappe is fouled from behind, but the referee says no, it was a fair challenge. And Morocco will bring it forward now. He can't be far away from the hydration break. This is Brahim Diaz now on this near side. Here's Hakimi, plays it back in field, edge of the area. Hakimi gets it back, but Digne's across very quickly, and Morocco now are going to get their first corner of the evening over on this near side. But will we get the water break before this corner is taken? I imagine they've taken it short. Diaz whips it in towards the back post, headed away by Upamecano, gathered in by Mbappe. Now then, Elise will look to bring it forward, but that's rather casual, and they lose the ball inside their own half. Now, Brahim Diaz for Morocco on this near side, nudges it infield to Anouahi, or Unahi. Now, Bouadi. El Canouse. Morocco just enjoying a little bit of possession in the French half. All red red shirts inside the French half of the field. This is Hakimi. Diaz on this near side. Short pass to Bouadi, back to Diaz. Little flick with his foot into the area, but Bouadi can't get to it. Hacked away by Saliba. And then Hakimi is bundled off the ball. Now France break forward, Elise. Now then, here's Mbappe in the area on this left-hand side. Oh, he's been brought down. Penalty! Straight pointed to the spot. Mbappe wins a penalty. It's Mazraoui with a rash challenge on the left-hand side of the penalty area. Hakimi has stayed down up the field, and I think he's done that because he's trying to maybe get VAR to look at this to see if there was a foul in the build-up to that. Well, it was a knee clash between him and Doué. The referee let it go. Oh, that's a poor challenge from Mazraoui. Completely mistimed it. Got nowhere near the football. And he brought down Mbappe on the left-hand side of the penalty area. And the referee, Facundo Tello of Argentina. Alyssa Diop there just giving a cuddle to Dembele. I'm not quite sure what that was all about. But I think this is going to stand. Yes, it is. And now we get these shenanigans of Diop cuddling Dembele on the penalty spot. Well, they are going to check this, actually. We do see, and now Dembele gives the ball to Mbappe. We do see this a lot. Teams try and spook the penalty taker, so they send up a ghost penalty taker. So Kylian Mbappe, successful from the spot against Paraguay, has the ball down on the spot. I think this is going to stand. So Kylian Mbappe against Yassine Bounou. This to give France the lead. Can he convert? This to give France the lead. He checks, he looks, he takes a deep breath. He's on 7 goals right now, the France captain. This to make it 8. So Mbappe, hands on hips, edge of the penalty area, looking for the referee to give him the go-ahead. Deschamps sits in his seat looking enigmatic. The referee. Well, what's happening here now? Mbappe goes up to the ball. The keeper then comes out off his line. I don't know what they're waiting for. I'm not sure what's going on. Anyway, the referee's now finally happy. He's telling players to stay out of the area. I think they were still waiting for a check. Now Mbappe comes to the ball again. The referee, well, this is ridiculous. What's going on? Mbappe checks the ball, and then he comes back, takes a huge deep breath, comes up, little stutter run. Oh, he's missed it! Awful penalty to the right-hand side. It was a real worm burner along the floor. Side-footed. Oh, that's a dreadful penalty. Completely scuffed it along the floor. Went for the right-hand side, didn't get it anywhere near the corner. I think I could have saved that, I'll be honest. And Morocco survived, but now France have it again. This is Désiré Doué. So Mbappe doesn't get to 8 goals. We've played almost half an hour. We've not had a hydration break yet. I'm sure the next break of play we will get one. Oh, lovely little flick there from Mbappe on this near side, but Bouadi gets to it first, clears it out for a throw-in. Now we get the water break. Well, I have to say, world-class player that he is, that was a rotten penalty. He stuttered, he staggered, and then he side-footed it, but completely scuffed it. As I said, I think I could have saved it. It was really poor. Anyway, the players are in for the hydration break, and it's totally warranted today. Baking hot in Boston. And 0-0 here. 29 minutes gone at the Boston Stadium here in Foxborough. Apart from that penalty, the best chance coming for Upamecano early on with that header. But Morocco have not tested Mike Maignan at all. That's not to say that they played poorly, they haven't. But they've really struggled to create anything because France are dominating possession of the ball. And of course this is a rematch from the semi-final in Qatar. But Morocco, well, like I said, they've not been as negative as Paraguay were in the last game, but they certainly haven't looked a threat at the moment. Of course, missing the talismanic striker Ismail Saibari, named on the bench, but he's not fit to play. And if you look at the France bench, it really is an embarrassment of riches for Didier Deschamps. But at the moment, coming up to the half hour, it is 0-0. Hydration break is coming to an end. Crowd really enjoying themselves as always, particularly with the African nations. They really get into the party spirit, the drums, the face paints, the colours. What a magnificent view from the drone here overlooking this fabulous stadium in Boston. But it's France 0, Morocco 0. And just to remind you, you're listening to an independent studio-based off-tube commentary of this quarter-final encounter between France and Morocco. And you can follow this match on your local, regional or national TV broadcaster. I'm Joe Mills. Thank you for your company wherever you are around the globe here listening to this game. France tried to take the throw-in after the restart, but the referee says we're not quite ready. So we go again. And it will be Lucadinha, that level with the edge of the penalty area on this near side. 32 minutes gone, still 0-0. Elise gets away from his man, puts it infield. Kone, sideways pass, but slips when he did it. Dembele, edge of the area, feigned a shot, then gets it onto his left foot, but fires it well wide of that far left-hand post. And this is what I'm saying about this tournament being very wide open. For all their embarrassment of riches, the French, they have not really created much at all this afternoon. That was miles wide from Dembele. They go long with the goal kick this time from Bounou. But France now have it. They get the header back into the Moroccan half, and Mbappe goes roaring down this left-hand side. He's brought down, but fairly, says the referee. And now Morocco will look to hit on the counter, but that ball played behind Diaz. He overran it, goes out for a French throw, taken quickly. Now Elise coming forward here now, and he's brought down on the edge of the area. Referee says it's a fair challenge. This is Ayoub Bouadi. Sun dips in behind the clouds momentarily. Bouadi not really knowing what to do with it. Diop. And now El Ayanoui. Edge of his own penalty area. This is Mazraoui. I'm sure he's the most relieved man inside the Boston Stadium right now. Menahi, Bouadi. Menahi once again, halfway inside his own half. This is Hakimi on this near side. Plays the ball in field, gets it back from Unahi. Now Diop. Morocco just enjoying having a bit of possession, albeit in their own half. But they've not seen much of the ball in this opening 34 minutes. And I'm sure for the players, the sun has gratefully dipped in behind a cloud. Morocco still inside their own half here, but just enjoying having the ball. Sun breaks through again. France not interested in any kind of press. This is Bouadi now, out to this near side to Brahim Diaz. Not really got a focal point up front, Morocco. This is Unai. He tries to thread it through into the area, but Upamecano was across quickly. Now Rabiot heads it down, but it's a bit careless that. Morocco win it back on the halfway line. Here's Mazraoui. I mean, Diaz is not a striker. Neither is Talbi, really. And they're sort of interchangeable without Saibari. No, but Bouadi's been dispossessed inside his own half. Mbappe into the air. He shoots and it's parried wide. Sorry, it was Doué. It was actually Doué. Beg your pardon. Pinched it off Bouadi. Careless there. Losing the ball inside his own half. Doué, edge of the area. Well, the shot was a bit powder puff. It was along the floor. And it was straight at Bounou, who palmed it wide in the end of the right-hand post. Didn't get any power on it, but it is a corner on this near side. That ball is not touching the white line, by the way. This really bugs the life out of me. The referee has come across and says puts it on. Why he couldn't do that in the first place, I don't know. It drives me insane. Elise into the area, header. It's down into the floor and into the hands of Yassine Bounou. The referees, to their credit, and the linesmen are picking up on it. So just don't do it. Just put the ball on the white line. I mean, how hard can it be? You're adults, for crying out loud. Elise plays the ball through the middle, but he can't find Mbappe. He goes all the way through to Bounou. Kone was fouled in back play, but the referee said it was a fair challenge. And Morocco have it at the back. Here's Diop. Yeah. It absolutely drives me mad, that. It is a bit pathetic when you think about it. Just put it on the line. I mean, we're talking millimetres there with that. It gains you no advantage at all. And I just find it disrespectful. You know, it's like you expect to get away with it. Anyway, Morocco have it. France have had 10 attempts on goal, by the way, 3 on target. Morocco, a big fat 0. They've been disappointing so far, but they're holding the French. And France, I think they're just going to have to get used to this. I mean, they are, for me, I think they're the best team in the comp. And teams are just going to set up in a way to try and frustrate them. I don't think for a minute that Morocco have got the same kind of game plan as Paraguay. They have definitely got the quality to hurt France, but they haven't really gone for it just yet. But when you've got a squad as good as France, teams are going to do this. That is a foul by El Ayanoui. It was a loose touch from him, and he lunged to win it back. And trying to do so, he fouled Manu Kone, his Roma teammate. So 0-0, nearly 38 minutes gone. Kylian Mbappe missing a penalty, and it was a really awful penalty as well. This is Kone now for France. Every man inside the Moroccan half in a white shirt. Elise tries to dribble it into the air, but again just a wall of red, and they've won it back off France on the edge of the on the edge of the area, and then the foul comes in. Morocco looked to take it quickly, but the referee lets them off there. They took it too quickly and almost gave it away there, Diaz. But the French, just like against Paraguay, just starting to get a little bit frustrated here. I mean, I, like many around the world, was very much looking forward to this game, but it has been a bit of a disappointment so far. And I lay that at Morocco. They've not really taken the shackles off at all. And I think maybe it's the fact they don't have Saibari up top. They're playing with makeshift, interchangeable strikers, and it's kind of nullified them really. This is Diop. Again, France not interested in the press, but it is extremely warm inside the stadium. There's no roof, there's no respite. The pitch baked in sunshine, the entire pitch, and it will be all afternoon. But Morocco now have got a little bit of space inside the French half. They come down this left-hand side, edge of the area. They get the ball to the byline. They try to get the cross in, it's blocked. But it comes back out to them, and the header downfield, but it goes out for a goal kick. That was the header by Anas Salah Eddine. Goal kick taken short by Maignan. Saliba, now Luca Digne. Coming up to 40 minutes gone. This game has not really lived up to expectations. But this is tournament football. You have to do what you have to do. It's cagey. There's a lot at stake here. Koundé, infield to Upamecano. Squares it across to William Saliba. Now Luca Digne on this near side. Back to Saliba. Now Upamecano, and now France just playing it across their back line. Nudged forward to Kone. He turns on the halfway line, ventures forward, flick round the corner by Mbappe, but again, so easily snuffed out by Morocco. Mazraoui. Just cancelling each other out, these two teams. Here's El Ayanoui. Knocks it back to Salah Eddine. Now Mazraoui. Salah Eddine once again. Comes out to Bilal Al-Khanous on this near side, former Leicester City man, now at VfB Stuttgart. This is Bouadi. Sun dips in behind the clouds once more. This is Issa Diop. Played to Unahi on this near side. Gets the ball back from Brahim Diaz. Well, at the moment, I have to say this is a bit dull. It's just walking football at the moment. It's just knock it across the back four. No one really doing much. Morocco have got a throw out over on that far side. Upamecano not pleased with that decision. And it goes out for a throw in on the far side. See, blocked the ball there from El-Khanous, but the throw in downfield is intercepted by Upamecano inside the France penalty area, and he has it now on the side of the penalty area. France here taking a bit of a liberty, trying to play it out from the back, but Rabiot is fouled by Azzedine Ounahi of Girona, and it will be a free kick to the French. 42 minutes gone here in Boston. You're listening to an independent studio-based off-tube commentary of this quarter-final between France and Morocco, of this, the world's biggest football tournament. And don't forget, you can follow this match on your local, regional and national TV broadcaster. I'm Joe Mills, thank you for your company. This is Bouadi now, halfway inside his own half. Has to do an about turn, sends it back to Mazraoui, and then he goes back to his keeper Khanous. But Morocco have had such little possession in this first half. This is a little bit turning into the Paraguay game, but without the dirty tactics. Weren't they appalling? Yes, they were. But maybe this is the game plan for Morocco. Just try and frustrate, stifle, nullify, get the thesaurus out. But I hope to high heaven they come out in the second half with a little bit more positivity. Kone, lovely flick from Mbappe to try and brighten things up, but it was straight to Diop. Now, here's Diaz down this near side. His infield ball is blocked. Kone wins it off Bouadi down this near side. Ball nudged back to the feet of Mbappe. Plays the ball infield to Adrien Rabiot. Morocco looking absolutely granite-like in their defending at the moment. This is Ousmane Dembele. France, despite having the lion's share, and it is a big lion of possession, that's a poor ball down the right channel for the run of Kone, and it goes out for a goal, for Koundé, sorry, it goes out for a goal kick. They're just not doing much with it at all. it's attritional inside the final minute of normal time. So apart from the header from Upamecano and of course the missed penalty from Kylian Mbappe, I think you can file this under meh, I think is the expression. It's been extremely beige this first half. Let's hope we get something a little bit more entertaining in the second. Pans to the stand. You can see Antoine Griezmann there, former France international, with his lovely little daughter there. Now this is Hakimi on this near side, infield to Bouadi. But I want more from Morocco, because at the moment they're just literally trying to bore France to death. This is Bounou, edge of his area, goes long with the punt downfield, but it's poor. Intercepted by, we're going to get 5 minutes of added time. Make of that what you will. Elise, oh, nearly a good ball through the middle there, but Bounou was quickly off his line and out to the edge of the area. Clears it downfield. Now it's with France on this near side, and Mbappe can't wriggle his way clear there. And but he wins the ball back. That's brilliant from the French skipper. Now Elise on this near side dribbles the ball infield. Kone inside the centre circle. Now Jules Koundé. That to his former Barcelona teammate Dembele. Over on that far side, left-footed, whips the ball into the edge of the area. Played down, Rabiot's ball out to this near side. Just rescued by Digne. Back in field to Doué. Now Koundé. Kone now tries a shot, and it's blocked, and it goes out for a... Well, no, they've kept it in. Dembele keeps it in over on that far side. Feeds the ball into the area. Not the best touch from Elise. Took it outside of the box. Tried to feed it back through. It was in, then a long-range shot. Oh, good save from Bounou. Oh, did it? Oh, let me rewind here. I thought he tipped that over the bar. It was a long-range effort from Luca Digne. Left-footed. Oh, it's hit the bar. It's hit the bar. Swirling there. Yeah, didn't get a finger to that, Bounou. And it rattled off the crossbar. That was some strike from Luca Digne, dipping, as these balls do, these modern balls. And now the sun pokes its nose out from behind the clouds yet again. Throw-in for France on this near side. Taken quickly by Digne. Infield it comes to Deo Upamecano. Now Jules Koundé. All the France players again inside the Moroccan half. Dembele. But they are coming up against a wall of red and green right now. Switch play out to this near side. Gathered in by Desiré Doué. Tries to get to the byline for the cross, but Hakimi has shepherded that ball out. Doué can't believe it. Hakimi was saying to the referee, he had hold of my shirt. Let's have another look at this. Well, Hakimi actually fell to the floor there. He had hold of Doué's shorts. He was that low to the ground. Yeah, there was a bit of, it was 6 of one and half a dozen of the other there. Doué had hold of Hakimi's shirt. Hakimi had hold of Doué's shorts. It's probably a good thing that Doué's shorts didn't come down. 3 minutes gone of the added 5. Now then, bit of space for Dembele over on this far right-hand side. Cuts in, tries to take it round his man, but goes down in the box. But it was a fair tackle, and Morocco bring the ball away. Can they come up with something here on the stroke of half-time? Down that far left-hand side, they have been hugely disappointing. If that was to go with a metaphor, Morocco have been like sucking a toffee with a wrapper on in this first half. It's been deeply disappointing. But they'll say it's 0-0. Here's El Kanous. Hakimi on this near side. But again, surrounded by white shirts. Edge of the area. Diaz tries to fire it in. Well, he's won a free kick because that was a handball by Rabiot. And lucky for him, it was just outside the penalty area. Another couple of yards further back, that would have been penalty time. Ooh, that's a bit harsh though on Rabiot. He turned away from it, and I think it glanced his near shoulder and then went through and hit his right hand. But this is in a good spot now for Morocco, about 1.5 yards outside of the penalty area, over on the far right hand side. Hakimi standing over it. It's a two-man wall. Maignan crouched low at his near post, looking very serious. Two-man wall. Everyone else pretty much inside the penalty area. So Diaz standing over this, if it's going to be a left-footed effort. And it's not. Oh, that's awful. Hakimi went there to try and bend it round the wall and sneak it in at the near post, but it went well wide. And that's the first decent chance that Morocco have had, and the execution was absolute dross there from Hakimi. And that is half-time here in Boston. The only thing to report is that France have really dominated possession. Upamecano's early header down into the ground forced a decent save out of Bunu, and then Kylian Mbappe's penalty was one to forget. But apart from that, that's been it. France have really struggled to break Morocco down. Morocco have offered very little. Let's hope for something more positive in the second period. Half-time here in Boston. In this quarter-final, it's still stalemate. France 0, Morocco 0. We'll be back in 15. Don't go away. Well, welcome back to the Boston Stadium for this quarter-final clash between France and Morocco. I'm Joe Mills. It's 0-0 at half-time. France now coming out into the stadium, all in white. Morocco in the red shirts, the green shorts and the red socks. France dominating possession in that first half. The missed penalty from Kylian Mbappe. Morocco offered very little in that first period. And let's hope for something a little bit more positive in this second half from the North African side. So much riding on this. Facundo Tello of Argentina is our referee. The Moroccan side currently still inside the tunnel, having a bit of a board meeting. But France, well, they'll be disappointed that they were unable to break this Moroccan rearguard down. They did have, as I say, that penalty. It was a rather poor one from the French captain Kylian Mbappe. So Morocco now making their way down the tunnel and about to come out into the arena. Packed to the rafters here in Foxborough at the Boston Stadium. Baking hot afternoon here on the eastern seaboard. We're in Massachusetts. Famous, of course, the state where they shot the ultimate summer blockbuster, Jaws. This is yet to live up to being a summer blockbuster so far. But here's hoping for a second half that has a bit more drama to it. France already out on the pitch. Didier Deschamps already sat down in the dugout. Mohamed Ouabi just making his way down the sideline. And the French, as I say, they vanquished Morocco in the semi-final stage in Qatar. Morocco will be looking to go one better today, but they have to be far more positive in this second period. France will have kick-off. They'll be playing from left to right in this second half. Morocco still making their way down the tunnel. Left the French waiting out there. Maybe that's a little ploy on their behalf, I don't know. But they're now finally coming out into the arena here in Boston. I'll say it's a packed house, a sea of colour and noise. Deschamps talking with his assistant, looking at a piece of paper. Maybe some changes might be imminent if they don't see a breakthrough in the early stages of this second period. So the Argentine Facundo Tello, all in black, our referee. Just waiting for him to give us the go-ahead. France all in white, left to right this second period, and they will have kick-off. And they too go for a rather eccentric start and chip the ball out downfield near the corner flag. Morocco take the throw-in very quickly. Mazraoui rolls it back to the feet of Yassine Bounou of Al Hilal. Then, well, that's poor. Tried to chip it out to this near side rather than go long, and he completely sent it over the head of Anas Salah Adine, and out for a throw-in for France, which is taken quickly by Koundé. This is Upamecano. Plays it downfield, little flick by Dembélé. It's put out of play by Mazraoui for a France throw. Sun has briefly dipped in behind the clouds once more. This is Salah Adine with the throw, quick throw. But Morocco have given away a throw-in now to France, taken quickly by Koundé on this near side. Upamecano squares it across to Saliba. And now Luca Digne. Down the line it goes to Désiré Doué, back to Digne. Yeah, France very much dominating possession in that first period, but to be fair, didn't really do an awful lot with it. Yes, they had the penalty and that early headed chance for Upamecano, but they've not really looked a threat since. Morocco have been no threat at all. Ball down this near side, back in field it comes to Dembele, and again that's a poor ball. Tried to feed it in to the edge of the area. It's just like the Paraguay game for Dembele. He was pretty poor in that game too. But now Morocco hit on the counter-attack. They come right through the middle here, edge of the area on that far side. Ball chipped in towards the back post, flicked header by Koundé, but gathered in by Talbi on this near side. They look to bring it back in field again, edge of the area still. Rouhani, well, just managed, he lost it briefly. Now it comes to Diaz, scuff shot, which is blocked on the edge of the area. And this is the problem for Morocco. They don't have a recognised striker out there. And it's very, very evident at the moment. They are incredibly toothless up top right now. This is Bouadi. To this far side to El Kanous. Back to Bouadi. Azzedine Ounahi. El Kanous once again. Every red shirt in, well, no, bar Mazraoui inside the French half. Salah Adine. Now Talbi on this near side. Ball chipped. Oh, he tried to play it down through the channel there, El Kanous, but Talbi didn't read his intentions. Long clearing ball downfield by France. Now they've got him round the back on that far left-hand side. But Doué couldn't control it, and it goes out for a Moroccan goal kick. And Bounou has the ball on the edge of the 6-yard box. Tells his players, well, he just nudges it short to Bouadi. I thought they were going to go long there. This is Diop. Headed back downfield on the halfway line by France. This is Elise. Tried to thread it through for the run there of Rabiot. But Morocco win the ball back inside their own half. Now they will look to counter. Space on this near side now, but he can't get to it, Talbi. And it goes out of play. And Kone has gone down in back play, writhing around, clutching his left knee. Not sure what happened there. It was off the ball. The referee comes over to check on the Roma man. He's back up now. Elise gets a cheeky drink of water in the technical area. But almost 50 minutes gone here in Boston. Still 0-0 in this quarter-final. And just to remind you that you are listening to an independent studio-based off-tube commentary of this quarter-final game. And make sure you're watching the game through your local broadcaster. I'm Joe Mills. Thank you for your company. This is Upamecano. Sun out again, bright and warm. Sends it across to Digne. Now Doué over on that far side. Just flicks it with the outside of his boot. Back to Digne. Now Manu Kone, who's recovered. Upamecano. This is Elise on this near side. Being harassed there by Salah Adine. Now Kone will bring it forward again through the centre circle. Well, he's carelessly given that ball away. France really struggling to break Morocco down here. And, well, I think this game could very much be decided on a moment of brilliance. And you can only really see that coming from France, because it is very turgid at the moment. It really is. But here's El Ayanoui. Wins the ball. Now, Morocco break down this near side. This is a bit better. El Kanous. Now Talbi on this near side. Edge of the penalty area. Tries to feed it in there. Takes a deflection and it goes out for a corner. Well, misread that Upamecano. He shepherded the ball out, but it did come off a white shirt. And it will be a corner to Morocco on this near side. And having seen what we've seen so far, you get the kind of feeling that it's this kind of situation which may be Morocco's best hope of getting a goal. They've created nothing in open play. Corner taken short. Comes back to Hakimi on this near side. Now, Unahi. Well, this is a complete waste of a corner. Absolute complete waste of a corner. But Unahi tries to whip it in, but it's blocked on the edge of the box. That was a waste. A complete waste. And then lashed downfield there by Morocco, and it goes out for a goal kick. Maignan takes it very quickly and finds Luca Dean over on that far left-hand side. Now Rabiot, 52 minutes gone, still 0-0. This is Jules Koundé. Now Dembele, back to Koundé. Upamecano on the halfway line. Kone. And now Desiree Doué over on that far side. Meanders infield. Ball comes back to Kone. France again dominating the ball. Koundé out to this near side. This is Ousmane Dembele up against Salah Eddin, but again his pass is blocked. Gets the return ball, but France again can't get the ball into the area. It's blocked by Morocco, and now they will look to hit on the counter themselves. Now Talbi down this near side up against Upamecano, and he makes the Bayern Munich man put that ball out for a throw-in on this near side. Now, have they got someone who has got a long throw here, Morocco? Or are we going to get a change? 8.5 minutes gone. No, they're going to give it to... this who's coming across here. It's Anas Salah Eddin. It doesn't go long. Goes short to Bouadi. Crossfield ball into the centre circle to the feet of Diop. Now Mazraoui. Now Ayoub Bouadi. Salah Eddin. Talbi flicks it round the corner, but a bit too strong there. Then a foul comes in on Elise. And it will be a free kick taken quickly. 54 gone. Still goalless here in Boston, as the sun pops out from behind the clouds once more. William Saliba. Now Upamecano. Little short pass in field by Elise, but it's careless, but they win it back though. Kone does well. Now Mbappe can run at this back four. Gets it out to the left. Doué tries a shot from the apex of the penalty area over on that far side, but straight at Yassine Bounou. Got down low. Spilled it momentarily, but it was straight at him. And then the long clearance downfield goes all the way through to his opposite number, Maignan, who comes out of his area and then nudges it forward to the feet of Saliba. Well, we have played 10 minutes in this second half and no real change from the first period. Dembele on this near side. Nudges it back to Michael Elise. Now Upamecano. Flick round the corner there by Mbappe to Luca Digne. France here just really look devoid of ideas at the moment. But here's Elise now. Turns his man, feeds it into the area, and it's blazed over the bar from the edge of the 6-yard box by Kylian Mbappe. Best chance of this second period, and it all came from a bit of really lovely skill from Michael Elise. Took the ball with his back to goal, turned. Well, Mbappe was offside anyway. Wouldn't have counted. Fed the ball through into the area. Bounou was off his line quickly, and it's kind of spooked Mbappe, rather sort of flapped at it. Put it high over the bar, but he was offside anyway, the French captain. Anyway, France have it again. Mbappe comes roaring forward. Now Doué, edge of the penalty area on that far left-hand side. Does a little about turn. Sends it back to Digne. Now Rabiot. Ball flicked out to that far left side again. Mbappe shrugs off Hakimi. Hakimi shoves him again and shoves him again. But Mbappe keeps hold of the ball. Back to Digne. Now Mbappe once more. Hugging the touchline over on that far side. And they've doubled up on him. Saliba. Now Upamecano. This is Dembele. Feeds it short to Elise. But he, again, on this near side, he has to turn back. Sends it back to Upamecano. There's just no way through for France at the moment. Now then. They get the ball inside the area on that left-hand side. Can they get the cross in here? It's chipped to the back post, but it is really a poor cross. And it goes out for a goal kick. Mbappe with the cross on this occasion. And, yeah. Well, I have to say, a game that promised so much and really has delivered so little so far. And, you know, you can only see one winner of this with a moment of brilliance, and that's the French. But whether they can produce it, excuse me, inside the 90 is another thing altogether. Now Morocco give the ball away. Is that a handball? It is. It's a handball against Koundé on this near side. A little flick around the corner from El Canouse. Yeah, clearly hit the forearm there of the Barcelona man. French fans trying to buoy their team along, bouncing up and down in the stands. This is Hakimi. Morocco have it on the edge of their own area with Issa Diop. Plays the ball up to halfway. Header flicked by Diaz, but again there's just no focal point. There's nothing there. 0.06 on the XG for Morocco. That again tells its own story. Saliba to Upamecano. 59 minutes almost on the clock here in Boston. Still 0-0. This is a quarter-final game. Now Manu Kone drags the ball, spins, gets it across to Doué over on that far left-hand side. Now Luca Digne on the overlapping run. Back in field it comes to Doué. That's a poor touch from Doué. And he loses the ball. But France do well. They win the ball back. Digne has it again. Then whips in the cross. Easily defended by Mazraoui on the edge of the 6-yard box. Hammers it downfield. But France have it again. Edge of the area. Mbappe! Oh, that is brilliant! Edge of the area. Right-footed. Right into the top corner. And that is the difference. A bit of world-class skill from a world-class player. Morocco are surrounding the referee. Well, what has been a really turgid game. You just know, as I said earlier, there's only one team that were going to get a goal from a bit of world-class skill, and that was going to be the French. And it was played to the edge of the area, and Mbappe got it out of his feet. A right-footed curling shot from the left-hand side of the penalty area into the top corner. Beautiful. 8th goal of the comp. Just a little drop of the shoulder, curled it round Issa Diop and in by the far left-hand post. That is a stunning strike from the captain. France 1, Morocco 0. And finally, we have a breakthrough. Maybe, well, hopefully, from a neutral perspective, that might wake Morocco up. And, you know, they're going to have to go for it now. They're going to have to come forward. But that is world class from the man who's bagged his 8th goal of this World Cup. And they have had a little check. It has been given. Mbappe is riling up the crowd, whipping them up. Not riling, that's the wrong word. He's whipping his own fans up. And now a double change for Morocco. Rahimi and Amrabat are going to come on. And it will be Bilal Al-Khanous and Ayub Bouadi who are going to make way. So Mohamed Ouabi making definitely a more proactive change there by putting a recognised striker on. But maybe it's too little too late. Morocco, strange restart again, just hammer it downfield out of play for a France throw. But cometh the hour, literally, cometh the man. Mbappe with that goal on the hour. France lead 1-0 and they have a foot in the semi-finals. But they've got half an hour plus to try and stave off. Well, let's see what Morocco give us in response. Now I think Mbappe is down in back play. The referee's not interested. He's down inside the centre circle, but the ref say no, not biting on that. But Morocco now have to come forward. They have to do something. They've been really, really poor in this game. Very negative. El Ayanoui, but they lose the ball inside the France half. And then a really nasty challenge comes in there on the halfway line. That's going to be a booking. Mbappe again scythed down from behind by Issa Diop. Oh, that's a bad one. Well, the problem is when you're a world-class talent like that, he's the danger man. You do come in for some treatment. And he really scythed him down from behind there, Diop. And if Morocco do, by some way, get through this game, he will not be playing in the semi-final. He misses the next game. Free kick taken quickly. This is Deo Upamecano. 63.5 minutes on the clock. France leading by 1-0. Here's Michael Olise. Now here is Mbappe, out to Doué on that far left-hand side. Edge of the penalty area, plays the ball round the back. Cross comes in, blocked by Diop on the edge of the 6-yard box. Goes out for a throw on that far side. And that goal, very much needed for the game, because France now have got a bit of confidence about them and swagger as Mbappe draws level with Leo Messi at the top of the goal-scoring charts on 8 goals. As I've said before in this competition, the goats are coming out to graze. They really are. I mean, Mbappe, you can understand. Messi, 39 years of age, 8 goals in his final World Cup, and maybe more to come, who knows. Now then, here's Upamecano, 64.5 on the clock. Plays it down this near side to the feet of Michael Olise. Cuts in field on that left foot. And again, almost loses it, but it falls for Kone. Now here's Koundé on this near side, back to Kone. Now Olise, all the E accents there, but Elise's, well, he lost the ball there, but then that was a poor touch downfield by Rahimi, Sofiane Rahimi of Al Ain in the Saudi Pro League. Well, it's gone out of play over on this near side. But he really is a wonderful talent, Kylian Mbappe. What a strike that was. And he's carrying France on his shoulders. Now they come forward again here, roaring towards that back line. 2-0! Long range effort along the floor. It's Dembélé into the bottom right corner. And France now smelling blood here. Morocco have offered nothing. Dembélé has struggled in this game, struggled against Paraguay, but they hit them on the counter there, and he went right down the middle of the pitch. No one came to close him down, and the strike from Dembélé, edge of the penalty area, along the ground, into the bottom right-hand corner, and France have 2 goals in quick order, and it's a mountain to climb now for Morocco. And you just can't see them getting out of this now. They've offered so little today. Morocco losing the ball on the halfway line. And Dembele cutting infield. No one got up in his face. And he hit it from just outside the penalty area. It was a decent, well, it was straight at the keeper, but he got a hand to it. And he's put it into the bottom corner. Maybe he should have done much better there. But it's a goal for Ousmane Dembele. And it is France 2, Morocco 0. And it's a steep mountain to climb now for the Moroccan side. And we've got almost 67 minutes on the clock here in Boston. Long ball downfield, it's gone out for a goal kick to France. And we now get the hydration break. Didier Deschamps be very pleased with what he's seen so far in this second half. 2 goals in quick order from 2 of his big stars, Mbappe and Dembele. But it took a little bit of time. Morocco really obstinate in that first half. And it has taken a bit of world-class skill, and I said it would, from Kylian Mbappe and then Dembele. But, you know, Morocco, they've been really disappointing today. On paper, this was a really mouth-watering tie. But I think the loss of Ismail Sabari has really hurt Morocco today. They've really had nothing up front at all. And Mike Maignan has not had to make a save, really. I'm sure he'll be delighted with that. So, hydration break coming to a close. We're now coming up to the final quarter of this game. And France, as the pitch, the sprinklers are on, slick up the surface. And looks like Morocco, are they going to make another change? No, thought they were. But they have to go for this now. They're 2-0 down. They've got 20 minutes and change to try and turn this around. And whether they manage to do that is another thing. I literally can't see it. I really can't. They've offered so little. And France now have really got the bit between their teeth. And as long as they've got their captain up front there, they're always looking dangerous. And the tricolour now waving proudly behind the goal. Moroccan fans, arms folded, looking very glum. Now Warren Zaïre-Emery is going to come on to replace Manu Kone in that holding midfield role. As the clock ticks on to 70 minutes gone here in Boston. And the PSG man about to come on. Not a great deal of playing time in this tournament. On he comes. Gets a high five from his PSG teammate Dembele. So it's a goal kick to France. Mike Maignan puts the ball down on the edge of the 6-yard box, waves everyone forward, and then hammers it downfield. That is going to go all the way out of play, down near the corner flag on this near side. And Salah Adine will have the throw. Well, throw downfield, but France have intercepted it there on this near side. Then the ball, after a bit of a scramble, goes out on this near side, but it will be a throw-in for France, which Koundé takes quickly. France lose possession inside the Moroccan half. Here's Amrabat, rolls it back to the feet of Bounou. Now Hakimi over on that far side, does well there, takes it round Doué, and then goes roaring down that far right hand side. They've got to throw caution to the wind now, Morocco, because they've been so negative in this game, but they can't afford to be anymore. This is El Ayanoui. Now Amrabat inside the centre circle, fires it out to this near side to Talbi. Trying to work it towards the byline to get the cross, sends it back to Salah Adine. He gets the ball back here from Rahimi. Now Amrabat once more. El Ayanoui out to that far side. Now Diop. Amrabat, edge of the centre circle. El Ayanoui. It's all tippy-tappy at the moment from Morocco. They've got to get the ball forward and get it out. Get it out wide. Do something. This is Talbi now on this near side. Whips it in right-footed. Oh, and that's a really dodgy attempt at a clearance there from Upamecano. He completely scuffed that. So much so that it went over the bar and landed on the roof of the net. So it will be a corner for Morocco. That could have easily been an own goal. So corner for Morocco over on the far side. A goal here will make this interesting. And you feel this might be the only way they can maybe get a goal themselves. Whipped in. Oh, that's poor corner. Way over to the far side. Kept in play. No, well, actually wasn't kept in play by Azzedine Ounahi, and that is a complete and utter waste from Morocco from that corner. And I have to say, unfortunately, they have deserved absolutely nothing out of this game so far. They make another change as Gessim Yassin comes on. Brahim Diaz and Salah Adine are removed, and Gessim Yassin and Zakaria El Ouadi come on for Morocco. Almost 74 minutes on the clock. France leading by 2-0 here in Boston. You're listening to a independent studio-based off-tube commentary of this game. Make sure you're watching the game through your local TV broadcaster. Doué is down, got his foot trodden on there by the new man on the field, Strasbourg's Gessim Yassin. Infantino has now put a baseball cap on. I don't blame him. Very warm inside the stadium. This is Upamecano. Now Jules Koundé. And France know now they have that comfort of a 2-goal cushion. They can just keep hold of the ball here. They don't have to force anything at all. And that's a poor ball though from Saliba out to this near side, which evades Dembele, goes out for a throw. Throwing taken quickly by El Ouahi. Plays his football for Genk in Belgium. Amrabat, formerly of Manchester United, plays for Fenerbahce these days. Edge of the centre circle, Amrabat. Now Mazraoui. This is El Ouahi. Now Rahimi. Well, he's got number 9 on his back, but he's almost playing as a deep lying midfielder. This has been the problem for Morocco. They've no outlet at all. Absolutely none whatsoever. And it's a real shame. I think if Saibari was playing today, this would have been a much better game, but Morocco have been so disappointing. France play has gone down on the halfway line, and it's Mbappe once more. And now he sits up all of a sudden. Now this, I hope, well, France will be concerned about this if he's stayed down as Mbappe. Not sure what the issue is. He's back up on his feet now. I'm sure there have been a few hearts in mouths there. And the player's just taking on some fluids. Well, I think Mbappe might be coming off here. It's not because he's injured, it's just been given a rest. And he gets a massive ovation from the stadium. Raises his arms. He's done the job again. It's going to be a double change for France. Desiré Doué and Kylian Mbappe are the men to make way. Bradley Barcola and Crystal Palace's Jean-Philippe Mateta are going to come on for this final 13 minutes plus stoppages. So Deschamps going for the big target man up front in the form of Mateta. So definite change in tactics here from France. That will allow the midfielders to play in and around the big striker. He'll be used as a target man, no doubt. But it's Morocco now with everything to do. 77.5 minutes on the clock. Still 2-0 to France. And as things stand, they are positively coasting into the semi-finals. Morocco have been really disappointing today. And they lose the ball inside the French half. Now Elise breaks forward. Down this left-hand side they have it. Opportunity here. Ball whipped into the area, but it's cleared away from the edge of the 6-yard box. And now Morocco will look to come downfield themselves through the middle of the pitch. And they almost lose the ball there. Free kick is actually given against Zaire Emery. Ball play quickly. Here's Neil El Ayanui. Now Talbi on this near side. Nudges it back inside his own half, but that's not where the ball needs to be. This is Issa Diop. French born, but opting to play for Morocco. Mazraoui. Now it comes out to that far side to El Awahi. Amrabat once more. Out to El Awahi on that far side. Tries to take it round. Tries to get the cross in. Takes a deflection, but it does get into the penalty area. But it's hacked away by France. Breaks to the edge of the area again. Rabiot tidies that up. And then it's nudged downfield. And now they'll look to break themselves down this left-hand side with Bradley Barcola. Ball comes infield. Elise. Return ball. Barcola now inside the box on this left-hand side. Plays it across the face of the 6-yard box. Did it take a little nudge? It's gone out of play. I'm not sure if it did. Might just be a goal kick. Mbappe now seated on his throne inside the dugout. It did take a little tickle on the way through. Dembele takes the corner short and quickly. Elise. Not the best pass there to Rabiot. He had to scrabble to win that back. Now Elise on this near side. This near side now starting to come into shade. Ball out to that far left-hand side now. Ball whipped in by France. Oh, it's over the top of Mateta there. Just on the edge of the 6-yard box. Couldn't get his head on it. Morocco released the ball downfield quickly. They have 10 minutes. Plus I'd say maybe 5 minutes of added time to try and pull off some of but they've just not looked remotely threatening. This is Rahimi down this near side, cuts infield, takes it away from Elise. But Mike Maignan has literally not had to make a save in this game. And that's a damning statistic on this Moroccan side. Over on that far side, they have it still Morocco. Rahimi, El Ayanui, flicks it into the area, glancing, diving header by Upamecano, and it goes out on this near side. Will be a throw-in to Morocco, which Chemsdeen Talbi comes across to gather the ball in, but then he hands it over. Salah Eddin with the throw, gets the ball back. Now here's El Awahi trying to get the ball around Jules Koundé. Is that a goal kick? Or no, I think they're going to bring it back for a foul earlier on in the piece. France, I'd like to say, probably 2 feet into the semi-final now, barring some kind of miracle. It is going to be a free kick to Morocco, actually, near to the byline. Hakimi will be the man to take it on this near side. They need a goal right now. Ball flicked towards the edge of the 6-yard box, but it's cleared away by France. Morocco gather it back in again. Here's Mazraoui, plays it out to this near side. Here's Hakimi, side of the penalty area, brings it infield on his right foot, squares it across. He's been fouled there, and the referee is going to give the free kick against the PSG man. Foul by Rabiot. So it is a free kick in a decent spot here for Morocco. And you feel something has to happen here. 30 yards out, left-hand side of the goal. And Hakimi will be the man standing over it. Squares it across. Shot comes in. It's saved by Maignan, straight at him. But that's the first shot Morocco have had on target in the entire game. And it was off the boot of Azzedine Ounahi. Straight at Maignan. Corner taken quickly. Here's Ounahi once again. Can't get it out of his feet. And I think they've got another corner though. It was put out of play. The shot coming in there. Comfortable save for Maignan. But it will be a corner for Morocco on this near side. 83.5 minutes gone. France 2, Morocco 0. You do feel it's kind of now or never, really, for the North African side. Just a little break in play while Mike Maignan captain's armband comes off. And it's reapplied by Jules Koundé. And we get the usual argy-bargy inside the penalty area. Hakimi whips in the ball into the area, and it's gone flicked header by El Ayouni, but I think it went into the side netting. It all happened in a blur, really. He was at the near post, headed, glancing header into the side netting by the AS Roma midfielder. Morocco going to make another change now. Going to see Amin Shbai of Angers, and he replaces Chemsteen Talbi. So Sabai comes on. 84.5 minutes gone here in Boston. France leading by 2-0. You are listening to an independent, studio-based off-tube commentary of this quarter-final game between France and Morocco. And don't forget, make sure you're watching the game through your local broadcaster. I'm Joe Mills. Thank you for your company as always. But France, I'll stick my neck out here. They're through. Morocco really have been poor today. They've offered so little in this game. And after a really turgid first half and a dreadful penalty from Mbappe, you can't keep a good man down. Absolute quality first goal from him. Anyway, ball whipped in briefly there by Shabai, but poor. Straight into the arms of Maignan. And then a strike from Dembele from the edge of the box. Now, Barcola down this left-hand side on the counter from that quick restart. Now, across this near side of the area, but Elise, left-footed. But he sends it far too wide of the post there, and it goes out for a goal kick. Not really made his presence felt, Michael Elise, today. 4 minutes plus stoppages to go. Short goal kick. Well, the referee says take it again. Surely you've got to punt this downfield. You're 2-0 down. Koundé's coming off. That was what the stop was for. And Chelsea's Marlo Gusto is going to come on for Jules Koundé in that right back role. So Morocco have it here now with Hakimi. Now El Ayanoui brings it downfield out to that far side. Sun still shining here in Massachusetts, but France win the ball back on the halfway line. This is Elise. Morocco player has stayed down. Ref not interested. Now then, played forward. Tried to find Mateta there, did Dembele, but it was well defended by Diop. Now Morocco will come down that far right-hand side. Ball comes infield to Achraf Hakimi. So goals on 60 minutes and 66 minutes from Dembele. Morocco lose it. Now then, Barcola breaks into the area on this left-hand side, tries a shot. Saved at his near post by Bunu, and it will be a corner for France over on that far side. And yeah, he kind of dragged that a little bit there, Barcola. I think it was missing that near post. But the keeper not taking any chances. Well, it's interesting looking at Mbappe there. His ankle has got an ice pack on it. And that will be an anxious wait. The right ankle of the French captain. It is a corner for France on this far side. Ball is whipped into the area, and Mateta's glancing header goes high over the bar and out for a goal kick. So France very much certain now, barring some absolute miracle, are heading for the semi-finals. This is Diop. Now El Ayanoui. This is Nasser Mazraoui of Manchester United. Brings the ball up to the halfway line. And now Sofiane Rahimi back to Mazraoui. There's no urgency here from Morocco. No urgency whatsoever. You know, you think it was 0-0 the way they're playing here. You really would. Now then. Oh, tried to get the ball through to the edge of the area, but it's easily defended by Upamecano. Sends it back to Mainan. His clearance downfield isn't the best. Sails over Elise's head. 20 attempts on goal for France to Morocco's 4. 7 attempts on target to Morocco's 1. That tells the story. Here's Zakaria El-Ouadi on this near side. Plays it infield to Unahi. Tries to fashion a ball into the air, but it sails over the head of El Ayanoui and into the arms of Mike Maignan. Inside the final minute now of normal time. And France very, very comfortable here. Upamecano back to Maignan. Now there's Saliba. We see a wall of French tricolours waving now in the Massachusetts wind. They know the job is done. They know they're heading through to the semi-final stage. Foul by Hakimi just inside the French half. It will be a free kick to France. And now the board is about to go up for our added time. 6 minutes of which we're into it now. Now then, Barcola. Infield it comes. Dembele inside the centre circle. Now Zaire Emery out to that far side. Back to the feet of Saliba. Now Zaire Emery once more. Now this is Gusto. Back to Upamecano. And he rolls it back to the feet of Maignan. Long clearance downfield, but it's not the best. Goes out over on that far side for a Moroccan throw. The fans still banging on the drums, trying to inspire their team, who've offered so little today. They really have. This was always obviously going to be a tough game against the French, but they've offered nothing. They really have. Now they get the ball in the area though on this near side with Rahimi. side of the penalty area, feeds it back to the edge of the box. Now Unahi tries to get it into the area, but it's cleared away by Digne and out for a throw-in on this near side. Just over a minute gone of the added 6. France 2-0. In fact, it's gone out for a corner. So it will be a corner for Morocco. Ball whipped in from this near side. Headed away, though, by Saliba. Ball breaks to Amrabat. Morocco still have it, edge of the penalty area. Now it comes out to this right-hand side. Can they get across in there? Inside the area. Fizzed across the edge of the 6-yard box, but cleared away and out by Saliba. And now France will look to counter on this far left-hand side. Bradley Barcola comes infield. 2 minutes gone of the added 6. Zaire Emery. This is Gusto. Michael Elise. Ball goes back up to the halfway line to Upper Meccano. Now Rabiot. Digne. Nice ball infield there from Barcola. Now it's fed to the edge of the area. Mateta, but it's a poor touch from the Palace man. Loses it on the edge of the box now. Mazraoui plays it up to Rahimi. Now Unahi. Now can they hit on the counter here? Ball downfield out to this near side. Chested down. Well, the referee says it's a handball actually. Free kick taken quickly. Elawahi with that handball. Now Elise having his shirt pulled there. Now ball comes out to the far side. This is Barcola. Back to Luca Digne. Now Saliba, edge of his own penalty area. Just jabs the ball back to the feet of Maignan. Now Upper Meccano. Plays a good ball downfield here. Now they've got some space here with Dembele through the middle. Gets the ball back. He's got Elise to his right. Goes infield to Mateta, into the area, gets it onto his left foot, tries a shot, saved by the legs of Bunu. Good save from the keeper. But Morocco, well, it really is literally now or never. They come forward on the counter. Rahimi, but it's poor. Intercepted, has the ball taken off him by Malo Gusto. Now Elise, down this near side. Puts the ball out for a Moroccan throw. He's not bothered. 2 minutes left of the added 6. France leading by 2-0. They are going through to the semi-final stage, and deservedly so. Pretty turgid first half. Poor missed penalty from Mbappe. But 2 goals in 6 minutes from Mbappe and Dembele on 60 and 66 minutes have been the difference. Morocco have been pretty rotten today. No Saibari, they've just had no outlet up front. But it has taken a moment of genius from Mbappe and then a fine goal from Dembele, which, if you're being harsh, Bunu should have probably saved. But Morocco have the ball now, edge of their own area, and they know that their race is run once again, and the French, like in Qatar, have vanquished them. This time, not in the semi-final, but the quarter-final. I'll stick my neck out here. France are definitely the team to beat. They can do it ugly when they need to, as they showed against Paraguay. They've found it difficult, particularly in the first half today. But they have the class. They can just produce the moments. But with that right ankle iced of Kylian Mbappe, there will be a little worry going into that game. Free kick anyway to France on this near side. Maignan comes out of his area to take it, launches it long downfield. He's not bothered, he's just hammered it out for a throw-in, because there are literally seconds remaining here in Boston before the curtain comes down. Big smile from Didier Deschamps. He knows that the French Odyssey goes on here. Ball now in centre field. Can they finish with a flourish? Zaire Emery. Barkala, edge of the area. Shot comes in. It's gone high over the bar. And now Rinaldi. And that is the final whistle. France reached the semi-finals for the second successive tournament of this running. They got to the final last time. They're into the semis this time. And they are one step away from getting to the final once more. In the end, it was comfortable. 2 goals in 6 minutes, starting on the hour mark with Mbappe and then Dembele. Morocco was so disappointing, and France are the worthy winners. I've been Joe Mills here in Boston. Les Bleus, although they were in Les Blancs today, gone marching through to the semi-final. For Morocco, their race is run. Final score here, France 2, Morocco 0. France through to the semi-finals. Good night and God bless.